Happy Sunday. Hi FlossTube, it's Chrissy, finally a farm girl. This is my channel about cross stitch, and it is episode 56, and it is Sunday, August 14th. Oh my gosh, half of August is over, guys. What the heck? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, there are some new subscribers, and I love to see new faces, and I love to get new messages saying that they had just found me. It is always it's just a good feeling when you have such great messages to lift you up through like the whole week, because they come in all week long as people watch, and I have to say it's one of my favorite things to do is to catch up. It's really hard to comment on each one anymore, but I do read them. So thank you. And to all of those that, spend your Sundays at some point with me or during the week and have followed for a while, I'm so glad to sit down with you right now, because it doesn't matter if it's Sunday or midweek or actually sometimes binge watching is the best for me. I like to, I think there's something about getting engrossed in one channel and just spending the day with that one person, especially if you get behind. So I remember when I first found FlossTube, which was, a couple years ago now, I think, and about a year and a half or so, I guess. But, I still feel a little bit new to FlossTube. I still find people all the time. There's new people all the time. I try to watch somebody new every week, and if I find somebody that I just feel like that you'd be so interested in, there are a lot of great FlossTubers out there. But yeah, sometimes I like to find one and just spend like my afternoon with them if I have that much time, which I usually don't. But should there's something about kind of becoming friends with somebody that way, as you sit down and you get to know them and you get to know their stitches and you get to know how they do their FlossTube. And I don't know why that's just a nice way for me to sit down and stitch, because you get the feel for what their channel is going to be about. Okay. Oh gosh, guys, what a fun week. It was really fun. There were some busy spots, but other than that, I'm just going to tell you, I had so much fun stitching, catching up on things. Yesterday, I actually had a great time gutting the master bedroom closet. It was in dire need of some good organizational work, and I told Randy yesterday phase 1 is done. Today phase 2 will happen. I am one of those huge advocates that says, yes, you can get messy, your craft room can get messy, you can have a great old time and worry about the picking some of it up later, but eventually I like an area that's organized, and I like my workspace. So I also cleaned up my workspace, my FlossTube area, my where I keep my haul for y'all to show it. It just was getting overwhelmed with things. So I feel really good today, because I feel like I accomplished a lot of that, knowing that the model stitch that I was doing for the twins is done, and they have shared their full release, and I shared it with you last week. Now, a little message on the release that I shared for the Founding of America by Twin Peak Primitives. There were some messages that came in, both to the twins and a couple to myself, and absolutely the message was received regarding the information on the bottom about Thomas Jefferson. The idea was that Thomas Jefferson his ideas were framed in the Constitution. He was not there when it was written. He was in Paris. So knowing that conflicted with history and facts, the twins have modified the pattern to allow the stitcher to put what they want. I will pick this up. It's right here. I will pick it up later as I get through some things and show you. I don't have the guys here today. Randy and Philip are off on their adventure. So I will try and lift it up on my lap and slide it over here and allow you to see a closer up look and better lighting today, because last last time I recorded, it was at night. So I did shoot a video of my stitchy wall. I didn't tell you who any of them were because literally this is primarily my Twin Peak Primitives wall. There's only a few on here that aren't, like the Quaker right here, that's Willow Hill Samplings, I believe it is, and Bird's Eye View is right there, that is not, and then the Lincoln one right there, that came out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. My daughter stitched that for me. And then there's one little skinny sampler there that is from Hands Across the Sea, so if you'll get a good view of them. If you need any information, I'd be happy to give it to you, but everything else is Twin Peak Primitives on this wall, as well as I've now rounded my corner. So, okay, so back to the Founding of America sampler. It was very simple, basically simple for Nerd Dan, who designed this pattern, to re-chart it or give you an extra chart with the word declaration, because Thomas Jefferson did write the Declaration of Independence with some others. So we were able to give you a word, and Declaration and Constitution, yay, were so very close in length that it made no change hardly to the pattern itself, to the spacing. It's absolutely perfect. It's a beautiful stitch, and for so many of you that wrote the most beautiful comments on the piece, I thank you so much. I love this piece, and I shared some of the reasons on my last FlossTube why I love this piece, and you will see a design that I've done that was model stitched by Colleen of Stitching with the Sisterlies. It will get released soon, but it is of Betsy Ross, and it is of Betsy Ross's shop inside. I really like it. I love to think about these historical people in our lives that shaped America, and maybe how their lives were not always shared in a history book, but like how it was shared on a personal level, what their life was like. So Betsy Ross, I believe, had 6 daughters, and when I release this, then I'll give you, all the facts that I've come to learn about her. But she had a pretty rough life. So one of my favorite things when I've looked at, Betsy Ross things on YouTube, her home tour, I love those things. I love doing historic home tours. And when you tour her shop and her front of her house and downstairs and everything like that, I love the front entrance. So to the best of my ability, this will be my pattern that is Betsy Ross with one of her daughters teaching her, is kind of what it's inspired by. It's got the bolts of fabric on the wall, it's got the colonial door, it's got the flag draped over a little black colonial chair. So I'm excited to release that, and I have some really beautiful pictures from Colleen. She did some really great stitching on this and made something very special. So I want to introduce it after Expo, I believe is my thought, and take some time to have a FlossTube kind of about that. So anyways, that is to come. But like I had shared on the piece for the twins, I just love thinking about George Washington approaching Betsy Ross about stitching the flag. And as a needle worker myself, and for all of you, I just cannot imagine what that would feel like, and the pride that I would have knowing that that's something that I could, that I would be doing. So different perspective, but as a needle worker, I think that it's just, when you're stitching on something, and if you like history, like I do, I tend to look at these individuals and maybe their home life or what it might feel like. So I'm so glad, and I'm really proud that, Nerd Dan and Nursan took 2 extra seconds, moments to make this chart accurate. And that's important, because there's nothing more than depicting history as correctly as possible to them and to me. And, things happen, mistakes happen, we're all human. And so, I'm very, very proud of them for this design, and I'm incredibly proud that they took the extra time to make it 100% accurate, that you could modify it the way that you want. So there are 2 words in there that you will be given a pattern to stitch. You can use the word wrote or framed, and you can change the word from Constitution to Declaration. I love that. So that's a little bit of shop news or updates, so that it's already out. They've already addressed the situation, and more than anything, I think that they just want to be, they just want to say thank you to, because to me it was an overwhelming amount of people that absolutely loved the design. It had nothing to do with that one word. It's the overall picture of something to me that's just beautiful. So that is that. Okay, so what did I do this week? I watched some FlossTubes and I got caught up. I'm sorry that you're going to hear the dog. It's Sunday. People love to golf. We're right on the golf course, and occasionally Ophelia will spot them, and she's in our bedroom right now, but she can see that the golf course is busy. Okay, Philip and I did, we went to Spirit Halloween. We love going there. I showed a short little picture of that. What else did we do? Geez, we went to Joann's and wandered around there. We went to, man, we just had a really nice, relaxing week, and I kind of let the mornings just lead. I started a new project. I worked on some samplers, and I'm so excited. If you're on Instagram, then you probably saw it. We went to dinner with my dad last night, and Olivia came. So we had up at our community, like a restaurant within our community, the Oaks, they had a buffet dinner of all sorts of pastas, and that is right up Philip's alley. So we had 5 o'clock reservations and went and enjoyed that. And they had a woman singing and a guy playing guitar, and it was just really nice. These are those blessings of moving in here and being able to quickly get to a restaurant and quickly get home and get Philip to bed still on time. And it's just really, it's a huge blessing that there's so many things going on in this community. Okay, so let's talk about Olivia for a minute. Oh gosh, guys. So my daughter Olivia, she is my youngest. She will be 20 in October, but she opened up her own Etsy shop. It is called the Crafting Bunny Company, C.O., on Etsy. And if you watched my last FlossTube, you know that. And I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting her. I will probably get too teary-eyed in a good way, because this community does some fantastic stuff. You cannot say enough about this community. But it's one thing to support an adult, guys. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to support somebody who's really quite new to all of this. So I am incredibly grateful for those of you that, paid a visit to her Etsy shop. And she has right now grown some of her PDF downloads. So what is in her shop right now is she has been working and making the blings, our floss blings that hang off the floss tags and the ring. So I'm having a blast with this too, guys. It's so much fun. She moves next weekend, so I really am so grateful that this kind of got off the ground while she was here with us. And it's been a lot of fun to get her going with the two of us here, and ideas, bouncing off of each other. So then in her shop, she also has the PDF download tags, the floss drops, that you can print off of your own printer that match several of my designs, as well as some antique type needle art that are photos that I've taken from antiques that I have, antique needle books. This week she added my first, drum. I have a cute picture I've always liked of my very first cross-stitch drum that I had made, and with the strawberry, and it's just pretty. It's just pink and pretty. So she added that. We had a couple of requests for floss drop PDFs of a couple of our farm animals. So we have featured Laverne, my very, very special Buff Orpington chicken, who was like a therapy chicken to all of us. And so she goes way back, and anyways, she is on a floss drop for you, as well as one of my favorite pictures of my pig pumpkin underneath the fireplace. And let me tell you something, that pig loved laying right up by our fireplace at our farm. So she added those. She's put out a few different series of blings, and she's learned which ones are more popular than others, and she has more supplies on the way. I think that's been the hardest thing, is really making sure that we were constantly not knowing, you know, I mean, how do you know? But anyways, and she loves the charms. So the charms will stay on the thing, and on the floss bling, and then she made two so far, scissor fobs, with her idea being that she wanted to make coordinating sets of a scissor fob and the actual bling drop. I get confused with all of the terminology. So anyways, but the real story is that I'm very, very thankful. I'm very proud of her. She has taken this so seriously. I love the fact that her boyfriend, Daniel, has really been a team player in this. I know these two kids watch us. I know they watch Randy support me 100% with Philip, with me personally and my life, and everything we try to do is teamwork. With my business, you know, he is that backbone of it. So I know that I hope that what they've watched is what you're going to see, and what I'm seeing is just an absolutely answered prayer, I think, because, you know, y'all have left wonderful reviews. Those are important. I love going out and reading. Randy says I'm stalking her shop. I probably am. But I'm mom, you know, and so thank you, thank you, thank you. I know that she'll be restocking. We have more supplies arriving today for more of the bling, and man, there are some cute ones that are coming out, and I'm a little addicted to these things now, just a little addicted. But it's great, and for the most part, when you open yours in the mail, this beautifully little wrapped bling in tissue and a bow, that's done by her boyfriend. He can wrap like no other. So it's, like I said, it's really cute. And I made one point, guys, and I really love the comment. I got one special comment. More than anything, I wanted her to find something that was therapeutic. Crafting, and we all know our stitches are. So I love that happened. I really do. For my other daughter, it's baking. Heather has cross-stitched, and she will always have that. You always have it to fall back on, guys. It's always there. And so throughout time, I love the fact that this beading, charming, jewelry making, whatever you want to call it, it's her thing. And I love that she's found her thing. And I love that when I walk in her room right now, the phone is down and the bling is on the table, and she's crafting and creating, and she's proud of it. And I think that is huge in our own personal aura, how we present ourselves. So thank you guys, because the smiles are coming, and I'm really proud of her, and I love watching it. So, and I like them. I mean, I really, really like them. So anyways, when she moves, I'm gonna have to just be buying them, I guess. So let's get to stitching. 20 minutes in, 19 minutes in, and I haven't shown you any stitching. So here we go. First thing was, I started back on and got some stitches in Ellen Barber. Ellen Barber 1895 by Hands Across the Sea. Stitching this with Laura. And let me get it here. I almost could have went a little bit farther, but I did get a little sidetracked. Let me fold this up here. But this is where I'm at. That's better. So I am down here on this next alphabet, which won't take too long. And then hopefully I'll be getting down to the words pretty soon, because this little alphabet here is where I'm at. This looks like it goes pretty fast. And then I get to get into her name. And so guys, my goal is to finish this week on this. And I love this, and I love this fabric. This is stitched on 32 count grandma's stuffing. And it is with all the DMC, hold on a second here, all the DMC floss. And this was one of mine that I literally jumped at having her make. Let's see. See this little, I'll try to get the glare up, but see that little school girl? I loved that. So I saw that and I was like, okay, we gotta buy because what she has to do is buy the image. So anyways, we got that right away, and I know that she got some in the shop, and we called them vintage schoolgirls, and I think they went really well. So we're gonna work on some more of the, or she is, I do my own thing. But anyways, let me see if I can get a little closer to there. I love that. I think it's so perfect. And she's kind of like that right age for most of the schoolgirls. I mean, I've done a sample where a little girl was 4, but most of them seem to be 7, 8, 9, younger teens. So anyways, but I just thought it was so cute. So that is Ellen Barber, and that is kept in my Tammy Blaylock bag. You're gonna see a lot of Tammy bags. They just happen to be what I've been working on. So I've got that one in here. Let's see if I can just shove it in here real quick. I love this pattern. I really do, and I cannot wait to get going on the next one. But I think what I'm gonna do, because I will go back to my previous one, which was, oh my gosh, it escapes me. I think her name's Mary. And I can't think of her. That's crazy. Oh, Clayton. Thank you. Anyway, so I will go back to that, but I will also be kitting up, just so you know, Jane Bannister. On Thanksgiving Day, and I already have the floss, on Thanksgiving Day, I will be starting Jane Bannister with Susan Stanley, 911 Stitcher, and possibly Kathy from Colorado Cross Stitcher. So, here nor there, which by the way, they have a new FlossTube. Their first one was out. Oh my gosh, we just really need to support these new floss tubers and give them that shot that first time, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So anyways, that will be Jane Bannister in November, and I'm excited for that. So I probably will not start any new ones, especially because I have Mary Clayton going. So I will rotate this with Mary next. Okay, so that was that. It felt so good to be stitching on her. And then I started my nativity. Oh, guys, I gotta tell you, this is so fun to stitch on. I love when I find something that I don't want to put down. And I'm not, you know, that it's, I love everything that I pick. Obviously, I picked it, but I'm just gonna get the needle out of the way. So I can't show you a pattern or anything, because this one's going to be my design, but I will show you where I'm at. And I got a good chunk done. But this is, let me see if I can get the thing. This is my nativity. So you've got Mary and Joseph, baby Jesus, and then this is my donkey. Now this is a Jerusalem donkey, which I love. And this is the kind of donkey that we had at the farm. And I just love how they have the cross on their back. So our donkey's name was Daphne. And originally Daphne came from my friend, Sweet Chaos Stitcher. So I told her I was, you know, putting our donkey in for us. And then what you have is little drummer boy is my mouse, and some stacked animals right here. So you have a, you know, black-faced sheep and a chicken, and then we have this over here to go. And then this is the barn up in here. So that is a pretty good sneak peek for you. There you go. And then I am using, this time guys, I will admit, I have tried to stay in most of my designs with mostly DMC. But I really wanted this to have, even though it's whimsical, but I wanted that sheep to change colors. I wanted the donkey to be a perfect gray. I wanted the barn to be in molasses. I really wanted these colors to be subdued and right and change, because they did not, obviously Mary and Joseph went on a pretty long journey, and I'm pretty sure their clothes weren't perfect. So I felt like dyed floss told the story a lot better. So you can always change, but, and then this is my bling from my friend Chris Leedy. She's got Philip in there. So anyways, I really like it, and I'm having a really good time stitching on it. I was going to tell you what I'm stitching on, but it's the, hold on one second here, because I do love I love the fabric a lot. Is it on? It is on 32 count Belfast Summer Khaki. So anyways, I hope to be finished with that one soon, because it's been a joy to stitch. And right now that one is the Nativity, is in another Tammy Blaylock bag. I love this. She had made this for me for when I did the 12 Days of Christmas, which is in this bag as well. So I have another project to go, you know, right after when I'm ready. And that was the 12 Days of Christmas by Vivsters, Vivsters. So, but I really like, I guess you could say that it's childlike, but guys, that's kind of the way my designs tend to be, is more whimsical. And I really like this Nativity, I think, for me as well as for kids. I think it might be the perfect one that is a warm feeling, you know? It's you as the adult can tell the story. The characters are just, I just feel like they're kind of warm feeling. So anyways, that was that, and I loved stitching on that. Okay, then I'm not confident if I shared my complete progress on StitchCon 2022, but I think I did. But I'm going to share it anyways, guys. I didn't get any farther than I had gotten down right here, this part. So I'm pretty confident I showed you. But since I'm right here and it's right here, I just thought I'd give you another glimpse. So this is where I'm at, and this will get some attention this week. And I have a reason why, because the sooner I finish this one, the faster I get to start something that came in the mail that I get to share with you. So, and this is using all the called for. And anyways, so it's fun. And I absolutely love working on this one. I'm excited to get it finished though. I feel like so many people got it finished, but okay. Sorry, I keep looking down. My daughter took my table, and that's fine. I tease her, but like my table that I bought for a black one, it's just a little bigger than a TV tray. Yeah, that's her work table now. So that's what moms do, right? That's what we do. Okay, last stitching part. I gotta move a couple of things around, and then I'll show you haul and plans and all that. Okay. Trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. I shared with you Clouds Factory, which is there on Etsy, and my friend Jennifer and I, gotta find it. Jennifer from Sweet Chaos Stitcher, we had decided we love cute Halloween. we had decided that we wanted to do, let me fold this. Why am I trying to do this? Okay, we had decided we wanted to do wacky witches and stitches. So we ordered the called for fabric, and we went ahead and we started that on Friday night. So anyways, it's been a lot of fun so far. I will say, now I'm stitching this on 32 count. Hold on one second here. It is on, it's different than I've ever stitched on before. 32 count Mirage Belfast linen. So this is where I'm at. It's a little wrinkly, but not bad, but it's dark. So this is where I'm at. We started towards the middle and we're both going in different directions, which is hysterical. But I started at the peak of one of the, on the house in the center, and came over and I did my cloud, which allowed me to get a bat in because I was dying to get something of like a character in there. And then I did this tree and came down. So now I'm gonna fill in with dirt, and this is the graveyard that you see right on this side. So I did some of that, and of course I did that, let me see if I can get it in it. I did that owl. So it is a beautiful, beautiful fabric and color, but I will tell you, being 32 count, it's tight. It is a tight weave, and so I am using 2, and I will say probably for the first time, I could have seen using 1 thread. I'm sticking with 2. It'll just be tight and not fluffy, but you know what I mean, it'll be full. But it is definitely one that I wouldn't really so much try to stitch on this during the day for me, unless I could have the light or good daylight. But it's been a lot of fun, but I noticed that it is for 32 count, it's really, it's the dyeing, I'm sure. It's really tight. So that was a little different because I was thinking it was gonna be like some of my others that, you know, I could just kind of fly through it, and I'm definitely having to be a little careful. Anyways, but that is wacky, what did I say that was? Wacky Witches in Stitches. And it's a lot of fun. And there's so many characters in this going on that, like, there's even a mouse down there. I think he's over here somewhere. But they're really cute. And I know that we decided midstream that we're gonna do some glow-in-the-dark floss for the white. So obviously I'm gonna avoid some white right now until we get that. So anyways, that is that, and we've been having a good time. And I have a witch bag coming, but for right now, since this bag, I love it and is new, I've been using the fall one that came with Scarecrow Matilda from Tammy. Okay, now, here's the other part. I should have left this out. This is too fun. Wait till you see these floss colors on us. Okay, so here's the fun part of what Olivia has been doing. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay, so this is, I printed them out myself for this. Ooh. These are her, this is what she's doing. These are her Beulah PDF floss drops that you can print. And I thought, well, how perfect for wacky witches and stitches to have my Beulah. And then she made me a Beulah bling. I'm trying to make sure you can see her. So I think it would be fun if we could back off a little bit for her. We gotta get a little bit different picture where you can get a little more of her hair in her, but I absolutely know who she is. I mean, it's adorable. So, but this has got some great colors in there. So that's that. And it just makes it so fun. And then I just write on the back. You know, I just write the DMCs on the back. So, anyways. It's been kind of fun around here, I gotta say that. Okay. Now I gotta get her to make me a witch scissor fob or something like that. But let me put that back down. And then we're on a roll here. Okay, haul. What did I get for haul? Well, I got 2 pieces. This is gonna seem silly, but I got 2 pieces of 32 count whoa, 32 count summer khaki. Now, 1, 2, 3 stitch, why would I get those? Well, because I have 2 designs that I need to have this for. One is a Matilda, so we'll just put that aside. And then the other one is for a little story I have, which, you know, I'll tell you that in just a minute. But so I got some fabric from 1, 2, 3 stitch, and let's see what else. I also got fabric for the Prairie Schooler that I'm going to start with Tina of Team Egner. I've shared that before, but I did get the fabric in 28 count shadow, and that goes with Santa's Night. It's getting a little wrinkled. It's not on cardstock, but I'm excited about this one. So I have the floss, and let me see if I can get a good color of this. Picture this plus shadow. I might have shown it last time too, but I love that. So pretty soon her and I will get stitching on that. I gotta get my floss ready, but I have it. So that is that. So I got that fabric going. All right, I think there's, I think that I can share with you the new release I had. So if you were on, I'll leave those there. If you were on Instagram, then you already saw him, but I want to make sure that I share him on here, because this is Wizard Jeremiah, who was released during the week, and I wanted to make sure you got to see him before he went up to Brick City on display. But this is Wizard Jeremiah. I love this guy so much. I have to say a big thanks to Chris Leedy, who was the model stitcher. And you can see that Wizard Jeremiah's got a little bit of a party going on. You got Matilda, who's hanging on for dear life up here on the wizard hat. And I love this one, kills me. This mouse is a ghost. So cute. So the flosses, perchance you've stitched Jeremiah before, those are primarily the same. In the green, the mushroom is completely the same. There might be a few changes. You know, I kind of try to give creative liberty a little bit, but I love this purple dyed floss. Absolutely love that. And she did a beautiful job. And then what she did was she finished the backing, which I didn't know she was going to finish for me. I'm so thankful. So I could literally get it right out and release. But look at the coolness with the potions. Look at that. It is so good. Okay, and then I was going to show you, I picked up at Michael's. They now have some Halloween. So I picked up a little potion bottle. My daughter Olivia did when she was out grabbing something. And so I thought that was real cute. So that's how I will display somewhere amongst some, you know, somewhere out there with some potion bottles and things like that. But it turned out really cute. So let me see if I can get in there for you. That is, the name of the pattern is Wizard Jeremiah. And so when Jeremiah and I were talking, I went to a Sunday stitch-in, and last Sunday up at Brick City, and that was before I recorded and all that. But you know, during the week, I had a chance to talk to Jeremiah, and he mentioned that he was actually had met somebody. So, you know, he's going to take a little time, and I told him go slow and just date and, you know, get to know her. So we will see where this goes, but you know, he's a cutie. And she put a little bow. It's the pattern has these little ties coming down because his wizard hat is tied on. And then she put the most perfect little black bow on there, which I love. I'm all about the bows. So that is Wizard Jeremiah. And I'll let you know what he says about how the dating's going, because I'm sure he'll let me know. Okay, what do I have for plans this week? Well, I want to do my next one. I did not get to do another JBW designs for the JBW ornament sale. I did do my mitten. I shared that last week. I can share it again. I need to stitch another one so that I have the 2 with my grandson's initial. But I love, if you watch Annie the Proper Stitcher, the hosts of the sale are myself, Stitchy Linda, and Annie the Proper Stitcher. So Annie has been sharing a lot of what she's been working on and some other previous, and oh man, they're gorgeous. So I know that this week, during the day with Philip, I will go ahead and start something new. And I mentioned before I wanted to start the sled. Whatever it is, they're all so cute. It doesn't matter. So I know that that is on my plans for this week, and I will make sure to share a picture of that. I got everything cleaned out in some of my cabinet as well, and my sleds are in there, so I'm ready to go. Okay, so that's that as far as plans go. The other plan is partly plan and haul, and that is, this is one of the, it's the biggest thing I got this week that I had forgot about a little bit. But Linda and I had watched on FlossTube where Sue Hillis was doing a limited edition collaboration kit with FaithWorks. So we looked and we were already doing StitchCon, and I love this word, this goes back to Michigan, or what we hemmed and we hawed, and do we want to do this? And yes, we love everything Sue Hillis. But what got it was when we went out and looked, this is how you get it. Let me show you how it comes. We'll pretend this is a little bit of an unboxing, but this is how it came in this really cute gold bag. And it tells you, hi, hi Chrissy, your limited edition FaithWorks Sue Hillis collaboration kit is here. So it includes everything. And then this is your invitation to join the Facebook group so you can share. And then it just says, happy stitching, Nancy and Sue. So the patterns that you get, let me go ahead and show you. This is the one that just did it for me. And it is because there's a sheep. So hold on one second. This is the pattern. There we go. See if I can get in there for you without glare. And let me see if there's anything I can show you inside. The one I loved is this upper one right here where it's a sheep pulling floss. Seriously, skeins of floss. Okay. So this is called the Stitchers Shadow Box and Smalls Collection. Okay, and so they have really all these fun little small ones that, I can whip out pretty quickly. But you've got everything on the back for the smalls. So you've got these spools that you can make and turn into pin cushions. You've got one size for the fob. And I love these. So that was the first pattern that came. Okay. Then you've got this one. What is this part? This just shows it. Okay, so that one was the smalls. And this, okay, so this just shows the picture better. So here's what we saw closer up. So now you can get a better idea. So this book is this. The other one are all of these. You're learning as I go. But look at the sheep. how cute. Oh my gosh. So cute. It's, okay, please measure. That's it, just information. Great chart. Oopsie, I lost something. Okay, and then what it came with was everything. It came with the lamb's wool fabric. So you've got to pick what you wanted. So I got Joblin lamb's wool. And then you get all your floss that you need. Oh my gosh, wait till you see these guys. Okay, everything in there that you saw, you get with the picture. So you got your little easel that you can paint. You've got all your floss tied together, all your weeks. You have your Lady Dot vintage rickrack. That stuff is gorgeous. You have the fabric that you need, which is a really sweet little, like a calico with all that red, totally up my alley. And then you have your, like, you have these little, all the little things, the beads, the little scissors here that, oh my gosh, I love those. And your tiny spools. This is going to be so fun. Now hold on one second and put those away so I don't lose any little piece here. I love this. It's so cute. Okay, then you also get the wooden box, which has the two bigger spools inside of there. So you got your two medium-sized spools, your box that you get to paint or do what you want, and then these, like, let me see if they're the same size or no. So you've got basically almost 4 spools, 4 different sizes for the fob, all sorts of stuff. I love this so much. Like, I just want to play with it all. Okay. So that was my biggest haul this week that came. It was fun, Happy Mail. I mean, I loved it all, but this was more fun than fabric, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, let me share one cool thing with you. I stitched on 40 count. I did it last night. I stitched on 40 count needle and flax. So this is a question like I have for myself, but I think I already know the answer. So different manufacturers or dyers of cross-stitch linen, you know, do different things, and sometimes an over-dyed I know creates the tighter weave. So that's why my 32 count that I'm working on with the Halloween, like I said, that was a tighter stitch. Now, I just did a 40 count, and I've looked at other 40 counts, and I couldn't see the holes hardly at all without magnifier and an aid. Last night, I stitched on a needle and flax 40 count without magnification. All I needed was light, and it was I could like see it with basically, to me, almost the naked eye. So that was so cool, and you can bet your bottom, I just dropped one of my bags, that I will be ordering some needle and flax 40 count. So yay, me. I never really thought that I would do anything higher than a 36, and even some 36s I struggle with and only can stitch on at night. And I don't know, I just thought that was so great. So I wanted you all to know I will get some of my own when I can, because I know she's real busy and all that. She has her own floss tube, so if you don't watch her on Needle and Flax, I mean, she has her own floss tube, but I'm gonna need to get some because, oh my gosh, one, it was a beautiful color, and I just was trying and playing. Someone gave me some 40 count to work with, and so I did that last night, and I spent about an hour on it, and I could not believe how nice this fabric was, and that I could see it so well. So Brenda and Laura just want you to know this girl stitched on 40 count. So, and Jean, you know, just for chance Jean of the Attic is watching, I just want to say, no thank you to 56 yet, but if Needle and Flax does 56 and I could use I could see it, holy cow, that'd be a game changer. Total game changer. Okay. She's being naughty. She's just, she's being naughty today. Poor Ophelia. She's such a good girl too, though. Oh my gosh. She really is, doesn't mean to me. Okay. So I got Welcome Stitchery, Justine, and them had several of my models. So before I take things back up to Brick City or whatever, I had a really good time. All my Christmas ones, for the most part, all my Christmas ones are up at Brick City for Christmas in July, which is now over, and people are thinking of Expo and fall designs. So I did not do Expo this year or this time. Maybe next time. I don't know when the next one is. Could be spring. Maybe then. So do I have some new releases up my sleeve for next, you know, possibly next week? Yes. But other than that, I just did not want to have to worry about that. And it's still very new to me on the other side of the spectrum. So I got everything back, and since I got everything right here, I thought I could share some little eye candy with you. So you already saw Wizard Jeremiah. He came back. But Matilda is home, so I was very happy. Matilda has now traveled to Cincinnati and Minnesota. So there is my Matilda Sews. And I have not shared this one in a while. This is Winter Messenger, which I love this guy. It's like a beanbag. He's filled with all crushed walnut shells. So that is Winter Messenger. He's really cute. I really like him, and I can't wait to put him out. All right, and then I just put him here. This was Bountiful Blessings. So this was kind of a fun one I did. I really like designing because if you didn't want the mice, you could literally just stitch from above the words and up. If you just wanted the mice, you could do the opposite. So anyways, this is Bountiful Blessings. And I'm excited. I have never had as much fall, so it was nice now to have some. And then this is, you've all seen, this is Scarecrow Matilda in her sweet little bag. That's her. And I haven't seen Beulah in a while, which I have a new Beulah shortly coming out. I have a feeling I'll finish the Nativity first. You gotta stitch what you're in the mood for. But this is Beulah Bruise, and I love her. Let me fix her bows. She's got a little, well, I won't spend the time to do that now, but. So that is Beulah Bruise. I'm excited for her next one. And I don't know if I'll be able to reach the others. There's your Scarecrow Jack Mini. He's a cute one. This was what I released last week, or I should say Wizard Jeremiah was last week. Mrs. Claus Bakery was the week before that. That's that. I think it's time. I'm thinking about fall and Beulah's Brew, and I'm thinking how fun it would be to put a tiered tray together with Beulah and all of the little friends for, you know, for Halloween. Now I need to refinish Witch Beulah because maybe we didn't wrap it good enough. They certainly wrapped it great. When Welcome Stitchery shipped her back, maybe when we shipped her up, we had got it up to them quickly for an open house. Part of the frame got a little chipped up, so I can temporarily fix it with some marker. but that is Witch Beulah. She stitched on a real light fabric. I believe it's called Sprite. Can't quite recall, but that is her. And you can, just as a reminder, get the broom, a set of brooms at Hobby Lobby's Miniatures, back in their miniature department. And I just cut this and I dunked it in coffee to kind of dye the stick a little bit. So that is Beulah, which when you put the two together, I mean, I'm gonna have fun with the tiered tray. It's gonna be fun somehow to get the display. And the last was my original Matilda. I gotta get her back together. So this was the very first Matilda. She's the smallest. There we go. And she's the one that they both hang off my bag. I made them both the same way. One of them, though, just has the embroidered on the bottom with my name on it that Chris Leedy made. So that's the one I now use on my retreat bag. But that's the very first Matilda. And then on the back, I dangled this little miniature tomato and have this pin. So I'm anxious for another one. I've got 3 Matildas. I'm ready to do another one. And then this is the very, very first design, which is Ruby Rabbit. And sometimes I forget about her. So I'm excited to be thinking a little bit about spring or something to coordinate with her. So that's Ruby Rabbit. And the very last one that traveled and came back was Abe's Parade. And I did not know this until a little bit ago, but there's actually a sale for him right now. I don't have a specific hashtag, but if you look at Stitching with Mel on FlossTube, complete sweetheart, she is stitching it with her good friend, I mean, and a lot of our friends, but Tiny House Stitcher. And there's several, I also know one of the bougie stitchers, I think Jen or Nancy, I can't remember which one, is doing the sale with. So anyways, they're all home. So that's kind of cool. Now I can decide what's going to go back to Brick City or what will stay home. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and show you the founding of America. We are at 1 hour. I am so glad that y'all came. I am very thankful again for all your support to Olivia's shop. That was just a really, really nice answered prayer because there was more to it than just selling. And I love that she's selling, and I love her product, and I love watching the joy on her face, and I love that she has something for herself. And that's what was so incredibly important to me, and that's the answered prayer. Because there will be times in our life that we all know that you will need an outlet, a good, healthy outlet. And stitching and the stitching community and all the things that go with it, yes, that can be a huge positive influence in somebody's life. So I can't thank you enough for that. And my plans this week are to stitch and you know, possibly get a finish on the Nativity or some stitches in the next one of Beulah. But either way, everything is just so fun to touch and get some stitches in. So, and I will start Live on Little. I don't have an idea though as to when I want to start it. I want to finish something first, and that's all I really care about. I'm in no rush. So if I pulled off a finish on, you know, Ellen Barber, then okay. I don't really care. I just feel like it's always nice to finish one medium size and start something else. But I will tell you something, Stitchy Linda is moving and grooving on this Live on Little, and it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So, all right, let me see. Sorry for the scratching. Let me see if I can do this gracefully. It's not usually my skill level, and without scratching the frame. Okay, here we go. this way you can get a good look. Okay, let me see how far. I'm gonna go back. There we go. Okay. All right, I am going to try to get as much as I can in there, but I did take a video, and I will go ahead and have Randy insert the video of the Stitchy Wall and of Founding of America. But I wanted to just end where you might get the better lighting versus last time. All right, see if I can gently put it down. Okay, guys, have a great week. As far as giveaways go, I'm having a hard time with people getting back to me on the giveaways. So last week was going to be Mrs. Claus Bakery. I never heard back, and I also have Wizard Jeremiah that I wanted to do this week. So, and nobody has claimed, the second person has not claimed the 7,000 subscriber. So I will give her one more week, since I gave the other girl 2 weeks. I will give her one more week, and if not, I will redraw. I would love to see this get in somebody's hands, but let's go ahead and we'll give last week's person one more week on Mrs. Claus Bakery. But let's go ahead and put this week's giveaway as Wizard Jeremiah and Mrs. Claus Bakery. Let's just do 2. That way, in case you're not kind of a frog person, you will still end up with something that you know, that you might like. So we'll do those 2, and let's just go ahead and use oh dear, how about bakery? Maybe you guys know of a really great bakery or something like that. I know that we used to have in Clarkston, Michigan, the Clarkston Bakery, and I can tell you, growing up there, that was one of the favorite places in downtown Clarkston, this very small little main street. And my favorite was always the no-bake cookie. They just had amazing baked goods. So anyways, let's use the word bakery, but it will be both for Wizard Jeremiah and Mrs. Claus Bakery. And I just want to remind you guys to smile. Thank you so much again for, on behalf of Olivia. I want to have one thing that I end this with. I have a very big surprise for y'all next week. A big surprise. So make sure you have your reminder on, your bell, subscribe, like this video. I am really stoked for what y'all are going to get to see next week. I have a surprise guest, and I am thrilled. If my mom were watching right now, and I know she will be, but she would not believe that this person will be in my home. So please join me next Sunday for my special guest, and make sure you put that reminder on, because you're going to want to see this. And don't forget to floss, guys. Bye.